Hello guys and welcome to my first Feral DPS guide for 5.2. As you can see, I'm actually only on 5.1 right now, but I will discuss and go over some of the things you're going to have to do to be successful in 5.2. Some people like to say we got nerfed. I like to say they just evened us out a little bit because they actually reduced the damage they give us for Nature's Vigil, but that really isn't a problem because they cut the CD in half, which if you actually look at that, you have more consistent damage throughout a fight. Your burst may not hit as hard, but it's only 10%, guys. I promise it's not going to be that much. I promise. And it's only half the cooldown. So I think that's actually pretty nice because I can actually use that alongside with my damage trinket more often. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the steps I take to DPS a target, or how my opener and what I do to just keep on bursting them down. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is apply Savage Roar. Savage Roar with Glyph of Savagery is one of your best tools other than your focus. It's just pretty much a constant 30% damage increase. So when you get 2 combo points, or as soon as you get combo points, you can either spend it and get like a 30-second Savage Roar, or just keep on going. Depends. If you're popping CDs, you're gonna want a full Savage Roar up. So it's best to kind of keep in mind of when you're gonna use your damage CDs. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do. If you actually notice real quick, a pounce actually takes up 50 energy, and out of 100 energy, that's half your energy. It's bad, that doesn't leave you much with your opener, because you want to stun them right on your opener, so you can get your bleeds and stuff going. But this is why we're going to use Tiger's Fury almost right after we pounce. So you're going to pounce, mangle, and then Tiger's Fury to get all of that energy back, along with a 15% damage boost, so that your rake will hit hard, because your rake does immediate damage. So when you rake and rip them, you should be good to go. And I just got a random proc for Predatory Swiftness. So pretty much you want to run over here, and you're going to want to put on a Savage Roar, wait for your energy to go back up, and then you're going to pounce, mangle, Tiger's Fury, Ravage, put on 1 rake, and then just rip. And there you go. You have damage rolling. It's a lot of damage. You got a shred bleed going. You got your pounce bleed. You got your rake, and you got your rip. And your bleeds are kicking the crap out of them right now. And don't forget to actually throw in a Ravage. Right after you Tiger's Fury, you're going to get 15% damage boost, and you're going to have a Ravage proc from your gear called Stampede, and you're going to want to use that right off the bat. Right off the bat, guys. That's going to be a really big source of damage. And another thing, if you want to coordinate it, you can actually open up with a Ravage, Tiger's Fury, and it'll proc again. So you can Ravage 2 times in a row for 200k damage right off the bat. And also another thing, you have to be really mindful of when you use Ferocious Bite. You want to make sure you always have bleeds on your do it, and you want to make sure you have at least 50 energy, because if you notice, it takes up 25 energy, but if you want to let it consume another 25 additional energy for almost double the damage, or for 100% more damage, it's really worth it. So you got to pop CD. It's only really worth it, in my opinion, when you pop CDs and you have Tiger's Fury and you have full energy and you have bleeds on the target with Savage Roar. So it's kind of, you have to keep mindful of the situation. Otherwise, you can either spend it on a rip to refresh your rip, or you can put on a Savage Roar. But also, if you notice, critical when used on targets below 25% health, your Ferocious Bite will also refresh the duration of your rip on your target. So keep in mind of your target's health and use it when necessary. So I'm going to go through that again, and what you're going to want to do is pounce, mangle, Tiger's Fury, rake, and you can even throw in that you can throw in your trinket, and you can actually Ravage them to get even more damage, and that almost 100% of the time hits over 100k on targets. And another thing that's important is never let your Predatory Swiftness proc go to waste. That is the worst thing you could do. But letting your Predatory Swiftness proc go to waste is just, you're not playing Feral right. You need to reroll, because there's so much you can do. You can Insta-Cyclone, you get Instant Root. Considering now Cyclones now have a 30-second cooldown of 5.2, Insta-Rooting is going to be one of your best CCs. Other than Cycloning, you Cyclone, they trinket that. I mean, there's not much else you could do. You could throw on a Root, and they just sit there for 8 seconds. There's nothing they can do unless they're a Warrior and they Berserk or something. Or if it's another Feral, they can just shapeshift out of it. But still, it's one of your best ways, It's a good way if you want to force a trinket or anything, really. I think that's just about it. Other than if you don't need a Root, if you don't need a Cyclone, then throw your teammate a heal. If you don't need a heal, just do not let it go to waste. You don't always have to use your healing touch with an instant Predatory Swiftness. It doesn't have to be like that. And also, definitely go with Renewal over Nature's Swiftness, because I know the instant Cyclone sounds really awesome, but you get like 8 procs every 20 seconds, so you really don't even need that anymore. Renewal with a 30% heal, and along with Might of Ursoc, which is a 30% heal. It's 60% of your health back right off the bat. I showed it in my last video. You know, let's say you're getting the crap kicked out of you, just bam, right back to full health. I actually could have gone lower and it still would have brought me back up to full health, but it's just really helpful, and it surprises people. People are always like, oh my god, how'd you get back to full health? You know, it's just like, okay, well, I didn't get nature swiftness, so definitely recommend you guys go for that. And that's just about all. I'm gonna run over my add-ons real quick on what makes me do a lot better while I'm in BGs and arenas. So first thing I have up is what's one I really use a lot? Need to know. Actually, if you notice, if I press my C, it shows my CD right here. That's not this. This is something different. CD right there is being displayed as need to know. My trinket right there is being displayed. My berserk my survival instinct's not up there. My incarnation should be tracked. You know, I got all that stuff going on there. So it's really helpful. And yeah, so what else am I using? I'm also using weak auras, and that's what you see at the bottom here. All this stuff that's proccing. So I know when to use my predator swiftness. I know when savage wars up. I know when my rips up, my rakes up. I know when my pounce bleeds up. You know, it's just a really neat way to keep track of everything. You throw on a cool animation and it looks really nice. So if you, maybe in a future video, I will give you guys my string so that you guys import it yourself to have my UI. Perhaps when I get enough likes, I'll do that. But if you liked the video and found it useful, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And that's all. See you guys later.